If
Yeah.
someone's listening to this and they want to potentially start testing whatever it is in SEO themselves, how would they go about starting that?
It's interesting. I used to teach, sort of how to test in SEO and stuff like that. And I was actually thinking about putting out a little course out there because we need more people doing that. But you don't have to have the biggest thing that people worry about is you have to have like a PhD in statistics to understand blah blah. No,
Mm.
most of the time when we're testing stuff, I'll set up 10 pages that are, and on, let's say, five of them, I'll do one thing and the other five, I'll do another. And, if the other thing is a ranking factor, the second 5 pages should rank above the first 5 pages. It's real simple, to do that. You can
Would
see
this be
the
on
same.
different, each page on different domain, would it?
Yeah. And I buy, like when I'm buying, setting up testing domains, I buy usually .xyz domains because they're $1. Well, now they're $2, so my testing cost is doubled. But, and I'll use those for a year and you just put up, a page across, all 10 and then, get them, crawled and then just see what happens in the SERPs. And that's sort of the strict, called the laboratory testing. But you can also test in the real world. If you had your blog and you decided, you know what, I want to see if a longer title does anything. Take half a dozen of your blog posts and expand the title out a little bit, get them crawled and see what happens. Do you get more impressions? Does your, rank move up or down or something along those lines? Compare those pages to the ones that you did nothing with and try to sort of pair them up. And then you can get, when you do that multitude of times, you can get a feeling for, yeah, that seems to move the needle, or, that did nothing, or it did something bad. And, if it did something bad, just revert it back, say, don't do that again.
Yeah. Have you have you ever tested redirecting a domain that say got hit by an update to a fresh domain? So for example, you have maybe a blog, you have 20 posts on it, you get hit by an update, you lose a bunch of your traffic and keywords, and you redirect that domain and all the blog posts and pages to a new domain.
Haven't tested that. I know some people that, they've done some of those things and had mixed results, but nobody's done it like systematically. I'm going to try to recover
Mm.
these five this way, and these five I'm going to do this other technique with. So, if something is hit by a penalty. I have a friend right now who just bought a website, and it's had two previous owners. And the website had one of these trajectories where it went, up like this, and then an owner took over and it went down to here, and then a new owner took over and it went down to here. And so then my friend bought it. He's like, all right, let's go and see what's going on to recover this. A lot of times the things are technical. People implemented things, they customized things without knowing, or they said, oh, I don't like all these backlinks, so they disavowed them, and then their rankings tanked because they no longer have any decent links. It's those sort of things that you see, people move around, and they're easier to fix if you understand those. So before I would ever look at redirecting a problematic domain, I would sit there and say, what's wrong with it? What is it that could possibly explain why it tanked? And sometimes you find it's simple things like, you lost a bunch of your backlinks. There's things like that happen. You're like, okay, well, if I build backlinks back up, I'll return back to my previous, rankings and traffic levels. So I like to go with the simple solutions before I, resort to the bigger problematic solutions.